What is up, folks, and welcome back to another video with Zip Hearing. In today's video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the specs and stats of the hearing aid in question, and then I'm going to follow it up with a hands-on, real-world review by yours truly. If you guys don't know, or if you guys don't remember, my name is Nick, and I do real user reviews here with Zip Hearing. Before we jump into the little box I got over here, if you have any questions or you want to know some more information about Zip Hearing or the hearing aids we offer, or learn more about the hearing aids we're about to talk about, which I'm sure the thumbnail gave away, go ahead and click on this link. So yes, I do have a box, and this box is from ReSound, and this box has hearing aids and other stuff inside of it. And what exactly is in this box, you may ask? And I'm going to tell you, today we are looking at the ReSound Vivia. Also, before we get any further, if you could give us a thumbs up, if you could click the subscribe button, if you could maybe at the end leave a comment, ask a question, that would be so great, because we want to know what you guys want to see from us. And if you could let us know, that would be great. These are the Vivia 9, which is the highest tech level. They do come in 4 technology levels: the 4, the 5, the 7, and the 9. So inside this box is more than just the hearing aids, as usual. You're going to get a box of cleaning supplies. And in this box is a little carrying pouch, some wax guard replacements, some cleaning utensils, and that's about it. You're also going to get a box containing the hearing aids and some other essentials like this. Not only do you get wax guard filter replacements, you get microphone filter replacements. And we're gonna talk about that, I promise. And here's a big boy. Here's a big thing you're gonna get. This charging case is spectacular. It has a lid, it holds your hearing aids, and it charges them on the go. There's also a gigantic space for molds, domes, custom fit molds. It's spacious and luxurious. And finally, you are gonna get the hearing aids themselves. Oh my God, just check these out. Check these out. They are so small. For comparison, I'm gonna use my Phonak Spheres, which are certainly on the larger side. You can see a big difference. These are the ReSound Vivia, these are the Phonak Sphere. Do you think one is bigger than the other? These are certainly the smallest AI-powered hearing aids by volume on the market. And let's quick talk about some specs. The big one that everyone is concerned about is battery life. These are going to have 20 hours at least of battery life with continuous streaming and while using the DNN or Deep Neural Network AI-powered chip. ReSound's AI is called the Intelligent Focus. The AI or DNN is really going to kick in the speech and noise, like noisy environments, and it does so very well. And this feature can be activated in the app or by clicking the button on your hearing aid. The second sort of hot button feature on most hearing aids these days is Auracast. Auracast is kind of like telecoil, but futuristic and better. And yes, not really available at this moment in time. But while other manufacturers, their hearing aids are Auracast ready, meaning it could be updated in a software or firmware update in the future, the Vivia is ready. Like, it doesn't need to be activated in a future update. Like, it's ready to go right now. Another really cool feature on these hearing aids is, I talked about it earlier, like that microphone filter replacement thing. Yeah, you can replace the filter on the microphone on the back of the hearing aid. So if in the future that sort of microphone gets clogged up with debris or skin or whatever, you no longer have to get it sent in or professionally cleaned. You just use the little tools that come with it and just replace the filter. Like, that is so simple, but no one's done it, and I don't know why, but it's awesome. The last very, very popular thing right now in terms of size and shape is like, what's the deal here? What are they small? Are they big? Are they comfortable? Are they what? I can tell you right now, these are fantastic. They are just about the size of the previous sort of non-AI hearing aids. So those of you that are jumping from maybe 1 or 2 generations previous, you're not going to notice a dramatic increase in size like the Sphere or the Wide XLR. These are pretty much going to feel like home base. They're not much bigger at all. In terms of connectivity and Bluetooth with devices, these do use a made for iPhone standard if you have an iPhone, so you're going to get all the perks of that sort of connection when you set these up. It also supports the ASHA or ASHA connectivity standard and Bluetooth LE. So now that all that not so personal or experiential stuff is out of the way, let's talk about my experience and let's talk about how that went. So I went to the audiologist with my audiogram, and he programmed these hearing aids for that audiogram and for my hearing loss. We did not get very extensive with the programming. We more or less just sort of did a basic default program. The purpose of this is to see how close we can get to perfection by sort of the hearing aid standard. And I am very pleased to say that we pretty much nailed it by default. I did not feel the need to do any sort of tweaks immediately, and spoiler alert, I did not feel the need to make any tweaks further into my trial. These were essentially spot on right off the bat. The sound was crisp and clear. I could hear the things I wanted to hear and not be overwhelmed by the things that I didn't necessarily want to hear. And that was all before I even started messing with the intelligent focus, sort of AI DNN functionality. Which leads me to our first list of pros. The first pro is going to be the quality of audio coming from the hearing aids. Listening to music through speakers in the car, in the house, was very, very pleasant. I feel like it was an accurate representation of the music that was being listened to, so thumbs up. People's voices sounded natural and occurred at a level that I was comfortable with. Like, it wasn't too loud, it wasn't too quiet, it was spot on. And then I started messing around with the DNN and the AI functionality with speech and noise, and it was superb. I would definitely comfortably say it's top tier, right? I don't think it's the best, but I think it's definitely playing in the same sort of wheelhouse that the other big guys are playing in. I did try these out at restaurants, in school settings, in public, and the speech and noise functionality was very, very, very good. Another pro is this charging case. I love this charging case. I mean, yes, it's a little big, right? It's a little bulky, but it's not unbearable, right? If you can throw this in a bag, you can throw this in a pocket, and you'll notice it's there, obviously, but it's not sort of uncomfortable. It's not too large. It's very well executed. Another pro is that microphone filter, right? Something I had never thought of before, right? What if the microphone gets clogged up, or what if there's debris in it, right? How do I get it out? Do I clean it? Do I send it to somewhere? I don't know. But now that it's all been taken out of the equation, all you have to do is just use the tool and change the filter. It's ingenious. Another massive, massive pro is going to be the size, right? It's not too large, it's not too small, it's just perfect. And finally, I do think that their app, both for a smartphone and for a smartwatch, is a huge plus to this whole ecosystem they've created. The app is very, very functional, very useful, and very intuitive, which is all the things you want in an app. There's not too many buttons or toggles to press. It's kind of just what you need, where you need it, and when you want it. So excellent job, ReSound. Very, very great. Now let's go to some cons. There's not going to be a lot of them, so don't get too comfortable. The cons, and this applies to a lot of hearing aids, so don't put too much weight into this. The streaming music quality is not great, and that's just something that is an inherent flaw or design flaw with hearing aids. It cannot be avoided, but some do better than others. I just don't think this one is one of the hearing aids that does better than others. Another very small con is when you're setting up the hearing aids to connect to your phone. Doing it through the iPhone accessibility settings is actually very easy. I did have a couple hiccups. I had to kind of connect it 3 times because the first time only the right connected, the second time only the left connected, and then finally on the third time both hearing aids connected. Furthermore, I think there's just like a few too many steps in the app, in the ReSound app, when you're setting it up. There's like a whole bunch of agreements you have to click, which I understand, that's fine. But then there's like, you got to connect this and it's got to process that, and you have to put them back in the case and then take them out. I think it was just a couple steps too far. And yes, there is only one button. If you guys watched my videos, I'm a fan of the 2-button or the rocker switch, but I am getting used to the 1 button. And while it is slightly inconvenient for me, I am learning to change and to grow with the 1-button mentality. So it could be a con, could not be a con. But for me, at the moment, just a very small con. And finally, another very small con is while the speech and noise is very good, it's not quite as good as some of the other ones that are out there. So would I have liked for this to be the cream of the crop? Absolutely, right? It's not number 1. It might not even be number 2, but it's up there. It's very, very good, but I think it could be better. And to wrap this all up, yes, there are pros, yes, there are cons. That's going to be with anything and everything in life. But would I recommend these to somebody? Yes, 100%. Absolutely. If your priority is speech and noise and you don't care about anything else, I think there are better options. If size is your main concern, like you want something small for either a personal or physical reason, yes, I would recommend these for you. If you just want a fantastic all-around hearing aid, yeah, these are going to be great. Like, you're not going to be upset with these by any means. If you're a fan of ReSound, or if you've had ReSound hearing aids in the past, these are a big jump forward in the same sort of size as the other models. It's going to be 2 thumbs up for that as well. So overall, very, very positive interaction with the ReSound Vivia 9. It is definitely going to be one of my more highly recommended devices. And if you want to know more about these hearing aids, and maybe you want to give them a try, go ahead, go on over to ziphearing.com. We would love to kind of help you through and answer some questions and maybe set up some trial with these. So yeah, give Zip Hearing a shout. Thank you so much for watching my hopefully brief review on the ReSound Vivia 9. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.